Hi students, welcome to second year commerce class. We are in the lesson functions of management. So in our previous class, we have briefly discussed about 5 functions of management. Okay, so basic function of planning management is planning. So the 5 functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So we have got total 5 functions. Among the 5 functions of management, the first one is planning. So in this class, we are going to discuss about importance of planning. Okay, importance of planning. So before going to the concept of importance of planning, let us revise again the definition of planning. What is planning? It is deciding in advance. Planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, why to do. Okay, then it can be defined as it is formulation of an idea. Planning is formulation of an idea of how to work on a particular task. How to work on a particular task. For example, if some college has asked me to teach second year commerce and to ask me to complete syllabus by December 31st. So what I have to do? I have to plan. Between August and December, how many working days are there? Each lesson takes how many classes? What are the important concepts of that? Which topics are to be dealt and explained in a detailed manner and which can be short-listed? I should work on that. Then only I will be able to complete the syllabus in a stipulated time period. Otherwise, at the end of the day, either I may complete the syllabus in advance or I will be lagging. Both are not advisable, both are not good for the students. Similarly, whenever you are part of a management or say you are managing a business organization, you have to plan your activities. That means you should know what is your goal, how you can achieve that goal, what is your objective. First of all, you set a goal. You decide which goods you are going to manufacture or where you are going to establish your college, what are the courses you are going to offer, like that, whether it is with respect to college, with respect to restaurant, with respect to school, with respect to hospital. You have to plan. Clear? Without planning, you can't do anything. Okay, that is the reason you see many people, even in the world, in the society, you can see one side we observe very successful people. Like I told many times, people like Satya Nadella, Shiva Nadar, Sundar Pichaya, Lakshmi Nivas Mittal are at their peaks where they are able to earn almost 1 crore per day, 1 crore per day. Satya Nadella's salary and his perquisites are almost 500 crores per annum. His remuneration, other incentives, all his facilities given by the Microsoft company, who is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Microsoft, is paid 500 crores plus. So that you know that per annum there are only 365 days. So for 365 days he is getting 500 crores, means per day he is getting more than 1 crore. So how this could be possible? Because of the planned life. At the early stages of his life, he learnt what to do, at what stage, what he can achieve, what he has to achieve. He has planned in advance, he has studied well, shown his experience, has got the talent, reached the highest position and gained the confidence of Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, and is in that place now. So many successful people, it doesn't come just overnight or without, it is not the success is not a lucky lottery. Only for a few people it may be a lottery, but 95-98% of the people have to plan their activities, generally the success will achieve. If something, the success or something, some position, something comes by luck, very soon it may vanish. Okay, so only the success or achievement you have gained by proper working will stay for a long time. So like you see a student who has studied well by proper planning will get good marks in the examination. Sometimes a student by easy paper or by copying may get good marks only once, but not always. But a student who is studious, who is hardworking, sincere, will get always good marks. So that is the importance of planning. You have to plan your activities. So importance of planning means what you are going to achieve by preparing various plans as part of management. Why should we plan? Why should we have a planning department? Okay, so that the importance of planning can be discussed with the help of these 4 points. The first one is focus on objectives. Okay, focus on objectives. So when you plan well, when you have got a written plan or verbal plan, when you have plan, it will give the clarity about your objective. Okay, what is your objective? Means your goal. Like for a lecturer, what is the topic to be taken? What are the lessons to be taught? By what time the syllabus is to be completed? So that may be his objective. For the college management, it may be the objective may be achieving the maximum number of students, number of admissions last year say 400. This year our objective is to get admissions of 600. So when you plan, you will be able to achieve your objectives. You can focus on that. So if you don't decide what is your objective, how can you focus? Suppose see, you have come out of your house, but you don't know where to go. What is the use? How do you move? So before you come out of the house, you should know which place you are going to reach and how you are going to reach, what type of transportation you are going to take. That all if you have got planning, so without wasting time, you can complete your work. So that should be there. For every organization, they should have some goals. They will have some objectives. Even first year commerce, you have learnt about objectives of business. We have got economic objectives, we have got social objectives, we have got human objectives, we have got national objectives. So if you know these objectives, you plan, so then you can focus. Suppose say your objective is to earn profits. Okay, it is the main economic objective of any business organization, that earn profits and maximize your profits, because everyone works for income, everyone works for profits. Every business organization is established for with the motive of earning profit. So if you have planning, you can focus. That means you will better perform your task and you can reach your goal without any doubt, or say it gives you maximum success. So if you do not have plan, you can't focus on your objectives. What happens? Randomly you will be doing the things. Very casually you will be doing the things. So when you do the things in a casual manner, the result is not good. Okay. For example, you take about a student who comes casually to the college without any plan, without any objective, will get very ordinary result. Maybe 50-60%, that too, as we force and we conduct examinations for formality purpose, they will be having book there in their hands and reading in the study hours, maybe shouting, disturbing. Okay, with all our efforts, he or she will get 50-60% marks. With average marks, they will get through. On the other hand, you take a student who has got clarity about their future. Yes, I have to complete my MEC or intermediate CEC with so and so percentage of marks. I should go for so and so college for my graduation. I have to complete my CA CPT, or say go for ICMA or some other course. I should enter into government sector. Like that, if you have got a set objective, definitely your working is different. Your approach to the college is different. You come on time, you listen to the lecturers, you make note of everything what is going on in the college. You will be writing down the notes. You will be completing the syllabus on time. That means reading of that. Whatever we teach, you will be revising. You will be asking the doubts. So your sincerity will be definitely different from the other students who are casual. That means you have set your objectives. The other students have not set. They are very casual. They are careless. So they don't achieve their goals. They can't achieve the success. They struggle to survive. Whereas you will have a better life in the future because you have planned your career. So similarly, for a business organization also, when you plan, you can focus on your objectives. Yes, I am here. What I have to do? What is my job today? What is my job for the week? What is my job for the month? Ultimately, where I will be after 1 year. So like that, you can focus on your objectives. So planning is because it is the first function. You can say out of the 5 functions, planning kept at the first. By that only you can understand how important planning is. Okay. So first of all, it will help you to focus on your objectives. Then the second importance of planning is economical operation. What do you mean by operation here? Is it a surgery done by the doctor? Operation means taking scissors and a knife, cutting one's stomach. Is that operation we are talking about? No. Here, in commerce or business organization, operation means business activity. Operation means business activity. Whether it is production, purchase of material, sales, distribution of goods, packing, whatever it may be, any economic activity what you do as part of your business organization in order to earn is called as operation. Means any business activity. For example, maintaining a college. So here teaching, collecting fees, providing transportation to the students, printing the materials, printing the question papers, conducting examinations. All these are called as operations of the college. Operations means the activities what we perform as part of our job. Okay. In medicinal terms, in hospitals, those operations are different. But here operation is the business activity what we carry out. Economical. What do you mean by economical? Economical means with low cost, with less expensive. Okay. Economical means with low cost. Means always a best plan will help you to perform your business activities with decreased expenditure. With decreased expenditure, you can minimize your cost. Many times I told you in the past, in the first year, that for every business organization, cost and profits are inversely related. Cost and profits are inversely related. It means if cost increases, profits will decrease. Okay. If cost decreases, profits will increase. So your aim should be not only managing a business organization, not only performing the activities, but you should see that wherever you can control the expenses, wherever you can minimize the expenditure, that you have to do. So when you plan, definitely you will be able to reduce the cost. If you don't plan, expenditure will increase. See, for example, you need to go for a picnic or you are going for a tour. So generally, if you prepare the tour plan, that what is the road to be taken, what is the mode of transportation, how much time it takes, if you calculate everything and you decide the shortcut, you can minimize the traveling cost, petrol cost will be less. Imagine if you don't know the route and you don't plan, move different places, your expenditure will increase. Similarly, when you are managing, say for example, you have to produce the goods. When you have to produce the goods, what you should have the idea that you require raw material, you have to appoint laborers, you have to apply machinery. So well in advance if you plan that from where the material is to be purchased, because raw material may be available in different places at different rates with different costs and different time period to reach your factory. So if you have the advance plan, you can buy raw material at reduced cost, you can apply skilled labor with minimum expenditure, you can apply sophisticated and useful machinery where your cost of production will be minimized. So like that you can decrease your expenses, that ultimately will have a positive impact on profits. If you can decrease the cost, minimize the cost without compromising the quality, it will maximize your profits. That should be your motive. The other day I told you the outline of MBA, with minimum input we have to obtain maximum output. So that all includes the effective functioning of management. So as part of effective functioning of management, we have to focus on economical operations. In every activity to the possible extent, you try to minimize the expenditure without compromising at the quality of goods and services. So if you plan, this best plan will definitely help you to reduce your expenses, will reduce cost of business operations. Then third one, reduces uncertainty and change. What is uncertainty? Uncertainty is that the nature of doubt about the result. Where you are doubting the result, when you are doubtful about the output, it is called uncertainty. For your case, I will tell you, students, when they write the examination, when they are not sure about result, it is called uncertainty. Okay. When you are certain, when you are sure about your result, that when you have planned your subject well, when you have planned studies well, when you have planned your examination well, so ultimately you will perform in the examination in a better manner. You know what are 10 marks questions, what are 5 marks questions, okay, when to attempt the accountancy and when to apply commerce, what is the time to be taken for the 20 marks question, what is the time to be taken for 10 marks question. If you plan your question paper, if you plan your examination, ultimately you will reach the examination hall with utmost confidence, and after the examination you are sure that you are going to get better result. On the other hand, you see the other student who has not planned the syllabus, who has not planned the examination, they entered the examination hall casually, okay, भगवान के ऊपर भरोसा डाल के बैठ गए, so result भी भगवान के ऊपर ही रहता. Okay, that means always we are 50-50. जब तक इंटरनेट में अपना रिजल्ट नहीं निकलता तब तक डाउट ही रहता. Okay, always we will be going to the internet center, praying so many gods, what is going to happen about my result. But a student who has planned her career, who has planned her education, just will get the result without any doubt. So uncertainty means having doubt about your result. Similarly, in a business organization, if you don't plan your activities, you may be doubtful about the output, about the result, that is profits, or about the production of goods. But here when you plan your activities, that will reduce, means you know exactly, you have sketched, you have performed all the activities in a planned manner, in a disciplined manner. So ultimately the result will come. There may be slight variation, but definitely the result is going to come. So that's how when you have got better plan, you are going to reduce uncertainty and change. As you know that in market, so many changes will come with respect to the taste and preference of the customers, with respect to government policies. So when you have got plans, definitely you are going to face all those changes. So ultimately we can overcome all those things. Then facilitates control. In our previous class I told you, control means to conduct the business operations according to the rules and regulations, according to the planning of the organization. So if you do not have plan, you cannot control your employees. Very simple. Suppose you do not have the timings, that college works from 8:30 to 5 o'clock, Sri Medhavi works from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. This is the plan. If you do not have this plan, how can you decide that the student is late comer? How can you decide that the lecturer is not coming on time? Because you have got stipulated time period, timetable, that 8:30 first hour starts and the last hour ends at 5 o'clock. So this is the duration. Lunch is 12:40 to 1:30. So all these times are fixed. This is a part of plan of time. So if this planning is not there, how can you decide whether the student is coming to the college on time or late? How can you decide whether the lecturer is taking classes or not if you do not have the planned timetable? So remember that if you have plan, then only you can control your employees. If you do not have plans, you cannot control, because there are no rules and regulations. There are no planned activities. What is control? Seeing that the employees are working according to the planned activities. If there is no plan, there is no control. So remember, this is the importance of planning. To control your employees and to see that all employees are working within the framework of the organization, you should have proper plan. Okay. So that is the fourth importance of planning. With this, importance of planning is over. Next lesson we will discuss about limitations of planning.